Hi, I'm Saverio Raimondo from Rome, sorry for my English, but we are celebrating the week of Italian language, è la settimana della lingua italiana. New York reads more Italian books than ever during these days, thanks to the great digital partnership between the Consulate General of Italy in New York, the New York Public Library and Rizzoli Bookstore for making the best of Italian literature available for everyone. For this special occasion, I want to share with you Fantozzi by Paolo Villaggio. Paolo Villaggio was one of the most important Italian comedians in 70s, 80s and 90s, and Fantozzi was his most famous character in cinema and before in novels. Ugo Fantozzi is an accountant, an employee of the multinational Mega Ditta, a mega company. Fantozzi's words is very similar to the real one, but it's excessive, hyperbolic, exaggerated, exactly as the language he speaks and Villaggio wrote. Paolo Villaggio, with his Fantozzi character, through his books and his movies, has changed the Italian language. He created new words, invented new ways and meanings for already existing ones, and used Italian language in a very creative way. For instance, in Fantozzi's books and movies, the prefix mega is frequently used. It means very big in Italian. Fantozzi works in a mega company and his bosses are mega managers and mega CEO. The much feared mega direttore galattico, the mega galactic president, is the absolute leader of the mega company, and the Italian word mega galattico comes from that. And it stands for something that is incredible, simply exaggerated. Today, mega galattico is a common word and it's featured in dictionaries, but it didn't even exist before Fantozzi. Paolo Villaggio invented it. Another common feature in the language of Fantozzi is the comical use of otherwise dramatically words. Horrendous, fearful, terrifying, monstrous, tragical. In the Italian language, none of these adjectives sounds fun. They became it thanks to Villaggio when, for instance, Fantozzi hammers his finger instead of a nail and holds a horrendous scream, or when Fantozzi drives his car the wrong way up a fearful one-way street. When Fantozzi's wife Pina serves him for dinner a terrifying lasagna, or when Fantozzi dives in a pool and the water is monstrously cold, or when Fantozzi speaks about his tragical job or his tragical marriage, or when he tragically smiles to his chiefs. Mostly, Fantozzi is very funny and it's in a special way.